Can I fly you to the moon? Can we play among the stars? I've been thinking of you lately, took control over my heart. You say that you needed space, atmosphere was in my arms. When I look up at your face, the reflection shows the scars. So I'll fly you to the moon, where we float among the stars. Darkest ocean, never know, but the lights come from afar. I wish this would never end. I've been trying to pretend something's wrong in this within. The reflection seems to...
We have a ball game today at some point. We don't even know when the hell the game is going to begin, but the hell with it. When you got Pete and you got Bad Dog, let me tell you something. You're guaranteed for a good time, baby, all right? Bad, how you doing, my friend? A ball game today at some... We don't even know when the hell the game is going to begin, but the hell with it. When you got Pete and you got Bad Dog, let me tell you something. You're guaranteed for a good time, baby, all right? Bad, how you doing, my friend? A ball game today.
I got like an echo.
Yeah, you're very delayed. Hold on, we got technical difficulties, folks. Hold on a second.
Let me tell you something. You're guaranteed for a good time, baby, all right? Man, how you doing, my friend? A ball game today.
Like an echo.
Yeah, it just keeps repeating. We're in the twilight zone.
We got technical difficulties, folks. Hold on a second. Let me tell you something. You're guaranteed for a good time, baby, all right? Man, how you doing, my friend? A ball game today.
Yeah, you're just repeating.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're in the twilight zone.
Difficulties, folks. Hold on a second.
There's like some weird delay right now.
For a good time, baby, all right?
Hold on a second. Let me see something here.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're in the twilight zone.
I don't know what. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Weird delay right now.
Are we good?
I don't know. I keep hearing the echo.
Let me see something.
Yeah, it's like really echoed.
I don't know what. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life. Weird delay.
I think we're in a weather delay too, maybe.
Are we good?
I think it stopped. I don't know. I keep hearing the echo.
Oh no, I still hear it.
Yeah,
It's like it's playing somewhere else.
Yeah. I don't know what. This is the weirdest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Hold on a second.
There we go. I got it.
You got it?
I figured it out. I had the that's my fault. I had the freaking I have the YouTube thing up and I didn't realize I forgot to mute it. Like I use it to look at the chat.
To chat, yeah.
And then when I went over there, I was like, oh shit, I have the window open and I still had I had your stream on.
Oh, okay. Well, it just kept repeating. That was so legendary.
Quite frankly, Pete, once in a while, even 45. 45 makes a mistake. We're all human, quite frankly. But what I'm saying, we got a ball game to call. You got the legendary Pete Simonetti. You got the
yes, sir.
Quite frankly.
The bad diggity dizzle in the house.
We're ready to call.
Well, let me tell you something. That was a matter of fact. Let's just do this. Welcome everybody to Game Season Live. It is I am him, Pete Simonetti, with the one, the only Bad Dog. Bad Dog, how you doing, my friend?
Well, quite frankly, Pete, we're better now. We're better now. It'd be great if we could get this rain over. Good to be back on NYY.
Yes.
Good to be calling a game with my guy Pete again. Hope you're better. Yankees have won 3 straight series. Oakland is what it is, but we did beat Texas 2 out of 3. They're a good team, and regardless if it's Oakland or not, at least the bats woke up the last 2 games. It was nice to see some runs and some hits.
Shitty Skunk Mullet is out there, trying to make a name for himself again.
A shitty Skunk Mullet every day. He's just looks for a fastball, and if he gets it, he swings as hard as he can and hopes it goes out.
Yeah, no doubt. We got a super chat.
Thank you for being a friend.
Everyone should be in the pen.
That's right.
We got this from Pizza Manetti. Pizza Manetti.
Like it.
Funny story about this. This is really funny.
Can I do this too?
Thank you for being a friend.
It sounds
I got my
nice.
soundboard hooked
I
up.
like it. He got his
I like
soundboard too. Okay, so we're like soundboard brothers now. Okay, we
We
gotta
are.
bounce ideas off each other
Yes.
to work on the soundboard.
Like this one, Pete.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
I love it. I love it. So this is a funny thing. We got a super chat from Pizza Manetti. And the reason this is funny, if you say my name on like Siri or one of these other things, and like it reads the transcript of it, it'll call Pete Simonetti Pizza Manetti. That's pretty funny.
It is pretty good. When I did the video on, it's funny how the closed captioning picks up what you say, because when I was talking about the Josh Donaldson, when I did the Josh Donaldson video, I said, why is he here? Sometimes it would say Josh Donaldson, and sometimes it would say Josh Johnson in the caption. It just depends.
I wish he could become Josh Johnson tomorrow. Maybe become better. I don't know. But Pizza Manetti said, more Trumpish game calls, please. Like, yeah, very popular.
Listen, quite frankly, we got a lot of Trump. We could do a lot of Trump sometimes, and once in a while we like to do a little trolling.
We do a little trolling. It's called we do a little trolling.
Once in a while we do a little trolling. But
Man, I'm back in the gym.
Cardinals.
I'm back. I'm back in the gym. I might pop a vein in my head before I even flex a little bicep there.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like, somebody told me today, they're like, oh, the Angels picked up Paul Goldschmidt. They called him Paul Goldsmith. I didn't see any trades about Paul Goldschmidt.
No, I do know our good friend Aroldis Chapman went to Texas.
Yeah.
I say our good friend because, he was a Yankee the bum was a Yankee for a little while.
Yeah, he was, oh shit, he was pretty good for us for a while. But
He was.
We have a great shot of the screen here on Amazon Prime, and it's just weather delay for God knows how long.
Yeah, that's all I see. This beautiful thing here. The event is in a weather delay. I'm sure the chat will let us know if there's any updates as we go. But let's see who we got at this baby anyway. We got a lot of members here. My man Swift is here. TC Steels, Yankee Kyle, Rick, Anthony Garcia, my guy. Again, Pizza Manetti. My guy Pizza Manetti, which is very, very nice. Yankees Kyle, my guy Hirsch, my guy. Q, Mr. Mike, Lois Simmons, Yojo, Samantha. How's everybody doing today?
I don't.
We got a little rainy out there today, so we'll see when this game eventually happens. But Yankees, Cardinals looking like, my guy Ronnie's in the chat. Cardinals looking like one of the worst teams in baseball.
Got to take the series too. I know you.
Must.
I know you talked about it. I think it was a video, either a video or you did a live stream where you said what the record should be.
Yes. Yep.
4-2 was what I figured. They
should
get 3 from each. It would have been nice to sweep Oakland. That first game was horrible. I was in Lake George that night. I was in the hotel. And I laid down. I fell right to sleep. Like, I was listening to you go. It was so boring. Not you, but the game itself. I'm like, I can't. I just fell asleep. Next thing I know, they lost 2-1. I'm like, I didn't miss anything.
Bad. That was. I had to those games sometimes where it's like it's a bad game, but you can't, being a fan, you can't resist having to let you kind of got to go off on a tantrum a little bit.
Yeah.
Because you just can't even believe what you just watched. I wanted to finish that game, and I just wanted to go away. And I said to myself, I got to rant after this one is over and talk about how disgraceful this performance was. I know. The second I remember the second game against Texas. When I was streaming the game, I went right away. I went off because I said, look at the Rangers lineup is exactly the same, and the Yankees lineup was completely different. Yep.
It was completely different from one day to the next. And I've been screaming about that all year, is put the guys in the same position and line up and on the field. Give them some familiarity. Let them go to the ballpark knowing, hey, this is where I'm going to hit. There's no guessing game. I mean, I'm not saying that that's going to make a world of difference, but when you go into the ballpark and you're like, I'm playing first base, I'm hitting third, I'm playing right field, I'm cleaning up.
Of course, it's a big difference.
I'm hitting fifth. Familiarity breeds comfortability, right? So,
of course,
when you go into the park and you don't know if you're playing, and you don't know where you're playing, and you don't know where you're hitting, it's hard to get in a rhythm. The last 2 games in Oakland, yeah, I know it's Oakland. I know they're the worst team in the league. Okay, I understand that. But Boone said, look, we scored 11 runs in the perfect game, and 11 runs is great. It wasn't even the story.
Yeah.
The next day, he had the same exact lineup with, two differences. You're not going to catch Higashioka day game after night game. So you knew
That's right.
Trevino was going to be in there. The only difference was they flip-flopped Trevino and Volpe.
Yeah.
Everybody else the first 7 were exactly the same, and they played the same exact way in the field. And guess what? They scored 10 more runs.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And at the end of the day, that's something that we talk about all the time. As Scott Wright just says, Masataka Yoshida hit a 440-foot home run in Toronto. Could have been the Yankees left fielder, but I mean, he's somebody that we passed up on. And, a lot of people at the time thought Boston overpaid for him. But look, man, they're getting their value back plus some with how good he has been for them this year. And, for the Yankees, I know people want to bring it up. They beat Oakland, but that's what they're supposed to do. They're not supposed to go there and lose. That's why we got so mad at that first game. I'm still mad they didn't sweep them. I don't care. The perfect game, fantastic, awesome. Winning 2 out of 3 of Oakland to me, it kind of sucks in a way because when you lose a game 2-1 to Oakland, that's bad. At least lose a game like 11-7.
Right.
Let it be a game where you actually scored and we just didn't pitch well that day and they beat us up.
Yep.
But to lose a game 2-1 to friggin' Oakland that has the worst bullpen in baseball, it's upsetting. That was a tough one to watch. Like you did say, you're right. He kept the same lineup, and the guys showed up 2 days in a row.
Yep.
Whether, doesn't matter what team it was, they went about that route, and it worked out. And now they face St. Louis today. Sevy's on the mound. What do you think Sevy got to do? He looked a little better his last outing. Just got to keep it rolling, doesn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Sevy should be
in the pen.
But
that's right.
Except, he did pitch well his last time out. Obviously, St. Louis, they lost one of their bigger hitters. Arenado went on the IL, so they don't have him. This is another bad team, and I mentioned it a number of times. The Yankees, even at the beginning of the year when I went off on them, and Lord knows I've ranted about the Yankees more than any other team because I expect the most out of this team.
Yeah, that's right.
But I always say they're going to make the playoffs because they're going to beat up teams like St. Louis. They're going to beat up teams like Kansas City and Oakland. They're going to get enough wins against bad teams that put them in the wild card, okay?
That's right.
As Yankee fans, we're not satisfied, okay? And if you grew up when Pete and I did, if you're our age, maybe a little younger or older, and you grew up under the George Steinbrenner era, George Steinbrenner, the owner of the freaking Yankees, expected to win a World Series every year. That was his goal. Every year, win a World Series. If you don't win it, it's a failure. So if the owner felt that way about the Yankees, why the hell wouldn't the fans feel that way?
Damn right.
So that's why the people that have not grown up under George Steinbrenner don't understand. And that's why some of them are like, oh, they make the playoffs. You guys are too, whatever. You're too cynical. You're too hard on them. No, we grew up in a different era. It was expected.
That's
and
right.
if it didn't come through, there's a failure. We have all the resources in the world. We have all the money in the world. We can beat up the Cardinals. We can beat up the A's. We can beat up the Tigers. We can beat up the Pirates. We can beat up, I didn't want to say the Marlins because the Marlins are pretty good. We should be able to beat up the Mets. Okay, the Mets,
correct.
This year, the Padres, whatever.
Correct.
There are certain teams we should beat up that are going to get us into the wild card. But is the team good enough, Pete, to beat Tampa Bay, to beat Atlanta, to beat?
Well, that's the question. And look, I don't want to be the person that looks like the most optimistic fan in the world. We got a super chat from DJ Steve says, "Sup, baddies? How you doing? How you doing, my guy? I don't want to be the person. And by the way, Arenado is he's not fielding, but he is DHing, so he is in the lineup.
Okay,
they don't have that great glove. But here's the thing I'm going to say about the Yankees. I'm going to see if you agree with me or disagree with me. Because a lot of times we get this bad rap, right? That we get angry about the Yankees. Oh, my God, we're negative. Ooh, we're always negative. I'm going to say something positive about the Yankees. I need the Padres to keep losing every day. I want the Padres to lose because I want Hal Steinbrenner to pull the biggest George Steinbrenner move of all time, and at the deadline, some way, somehow, add Juan Soto to his team with Carlos Rodon there. Maybe get another relief pitcher. Maybe Donaldson gone, Peraza's up, and this team could look different and really go for a World Series. And let me tell you, I know a lot of people say, hey, Pete, that may not still be enough. You might be right, but let me tell you what it would do. It'll give us an offense that we will be much more excited about. And another thing, it adds a star to this club that does everything this team doesn't do. He takes a walk when he has to, no problem. 400 plus on base percentage. Hits for power. He would be loved at Yankee Stadium. Imagine that if Volpe stays hot the way he's hitting. I'm going to be optimistic here. Volpe, Soto, Judge, Rizzo. Sign me up for that any day, and I hope there's a possibility of that happening.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. There's that, and then you look at the Cardinals, and I think the same thing with a guy like Arenado.
We'll love it.
Josh Donaldson's on an expiring contract, so maybe there's a way you could flip Josh Donaldson and some other dude and bring over Nolan Arenado. Now, I don't know what Arenado's contract's like, but it's not like we can't absorb it.
Oh, Yankees
obviously
can absorb
St. Louis went
anything.
out, got Goldschmidt and Arenado, and it's not working. They're not winning. So if you could just take Donaldson and just kind of you're cleaning yourself of the book. You're cleaning yourself of the Arenado contract, and you're going to be clear of the Donaldson contract at the end of the year, and you can just kind of move on. I don't know the Cardinals farm system. I don't know what they have in the wings at third base. But that's another guy. Goldschmidt, Arenado, well, you're not going to take Goldschmidt because he's a first baseman. But there's definitely teams like that. Manny Machado's out there. I mean, if the Padres keep losing, you got Machado, you got Arenado.
That would be insane. Can you imagine there's like some sort of way where the Yankees are just like, the hell with it. We just absorb. We just absorb like Machado and Soto. That would be absolutely insane. Like, I mean, at that point, you give up anybody to get those two guys. If that's the type of deal, if that is ever possible. I mean, you can't sit there and not consider giving all those damn guys up. You have to.
Right. I mean, absolutely. If you're really serious about going for it, and you want the fans to think you're serious, you have to make a move like that. You have to go for it. I mean, you're the freaking Yankees, man. You're the Yankees. I mean, what are we worried about? The Red Sox spend a ton of money. The Dodgers spend a ton of money. I mean, teams spend money. The Padres spent a shitload of money. The Phillies spend a ton of money. We're the Yankees. I mean, it's not like they can't afford it. So, yeah, Soto would be that'd be the best ever.
That'd be amazing. But a lot of people in the chat are saying it looks like this game may have a chance of being rained out. I do know that the weather was looking very, very bad for quite some time. But we'll see. Worthless one with the super chat says Josh Donaldson is on an expiring life. Forget a contract. He's on an expiring life. Damn it. And we got 318 in here. Guys, smacky to likey. I don't know if we're going to have a game. But I'm pretty sure if it's supposed to be that bad, they're probably they'll cancel it at any time now. I don't think they're going to wait too long.
Yeah, I was looking at the map, and it did show thunderstorms there, but it looked like they had an open. Again, I don't know how much you can.
I thought they had like a 2-hour opening from like
it was raining. Now it looks like it's slowed up. It says there's a thunderstorm. It says rain and thunderstorm ending in 2 minutes, according to AccuWeather. Now we don't know how accurate AccuWeather is because they are the weathermen, and quite frankly, they don't know their ass off or their elbow. Let's be frank.
Let's be frank. Quite frankly,
I mean, the only thing where you can, if you're a baseball player and you fail 70% of the time in your career, you're a Hall of Famer.
Damn right.
The weathermen can fail 90% of the time and they're a Hall of Famer. So, the weathermen have averages like our Yankee, like Josh Donaldson.
The weathermen are a bunch of Josh Donaldsons.
This big cell moving through there right now. And I mean,
I'm trying to see myself. I see any updates on Twitter at all.
Like if I'm looking at, I don't know if this says 7:55 and okay, right now at 8:20, so 8:30, there's still something there, and then there's a big cell. So
I know at 10:30 they said it's supposed to be like 100% rain.
See, this is Central Time, so if I'm looking at this right now, it'd be 7:30 Central Time. So that cell's still there, but then 7:45, which is 8:45 on the East Coast, it's open. And then it pops up again at 8:05, just some rain, and then it's open again until like 10. Like, I don't see a big thunderstorm. I see some rain, but like this big cell went through there. Again, this is just the Doppler radar, so who the hell knows? I don't know.
I mean, if they're a bunch of somebody, Dr. Hitskin says Susan Waldman knows the weather. Yeah, she knows the weather, all right.
Mike Trout likes the weather. Mike Trout is a meteorologist. Yeah,
really?
Yeah, he loves
Never
it.
know
I
that.
do too. I love meteorology. My wife had to take that in college. She had to take a meteorology class. She's like, I hate science. I'm like, I'll do it. Yeah, I'll help you. I mean, it's
I'll
I
just
love
do it
that
now with
stuff, man. I love weather. It's Stu.
Hey, San Diego lost again. There we go. Keep losing, San Diego. So I don't know if you know the backstory to this, Bad Dog, why everybody's expecting San Diego to sell. So San Diego had a TV deal that went sour, and they're basically, the deal's like for 10 years, and they're missing out. The company, I guess, basically isn't going to be able to cover all these extra years. So they're basically on the bill for like $240 million.
They got some big contracts.
And it's hurting them very, very bad financially. Like, they're not making money this year at all. Like, it's really hurting them badly. So their only real way out of this is to say, well, we got to sell off some of these contracts. So the expectation is that if they don't trade Soto now, they may do it in the offseason. And potentially some other guys too. People talk about Blake Snell is another guy. We got Baby Bad here.
Yeah. What's
It's
up?
Baby Bad, everybody.
They can't see you.
We can see a real good looking guy.
Oh,
Let's get a real good looking guy. Here he is. Got to get over here a little more. Get him over here. Let's get a good looking guy in here.
Say this. Say, I don't. I don't, babe. I don't. What's up?
I don't.
I don't. What's up, Pete? What are you doing? What's up? What's up? It's hot down here.
I think he's showing you Rick Rude. He got Rick Rude on there, right? He got a little Rick Rude match on that phone he got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got a little Rick Rude going on there.
What's going on?
Got a little bad dog action. Little dog going on over here, folks.
What's going
All
on?
right, nothing better than a little dog action.
He lost his teeth. Why are you pushing? Why are you beating me up?
How you don't?
I don't. But
don't.
yeah, man, the Yankees again. I'm like, they should be sellers, but they're not going to. They let 19 teams in the wild card. So
Just pass
What's
it
up?
behind you.
I don't know what he's doing. He came down. He said, "Hey, Daddy," and he's just.
He's just hanging out. That's all, man. What you gonna do? How you doing? There he goes. Yeah, go ahead.
I shaved today. All right.
Yeah, Snell is going to be a free agent. That's true. That's probably why they're going to look to trade him, but we'll see what happens, man. We'll see what happens. Little paisano over there. There it is. How you
I
doing?
don't have a beard. I shaved. I shaved my head. I shaved my face. It's humid down here. What's up?
How you doing? How you doing?
I don't. What's going
How you
on?
doing? Got to bring him on as a guest one day.
I
Guest
know.
host.
The future.
The future. There it is. That's the future.
You're hot too. Why don't you go upstairs?
No.
He's working.
Can I tell you something?
What? You killed me.
No.
Good job. We don't
That was
want
a quick no, man. No.
have any insects in the house, right? We kill them when they come in the house. You kill them quite frankly. I don't care.
Quite
He's like, Daddy, can you stop?
I don't know why I love them quite
Nope,
frankly
not doing
so
it.
much.
Nope.
They come in the house, we kill them quite frankly.
All
Liar.
right, bye, buddy. He's funny. It is hot down. Like all of a sudden, I got really hot down here. I don't know why.
Sunil says, Pete, how come no all rise on Wednesday? Sunil, I was feeling like dog shit on Wednesday morning. So I said, you know what? I am not going to do all rise because I feel like dog shit.
That's my guy. My guy, Pete.
My guy, how you doing? My guy.
Slaps.
My guy, okay?
All right.
Pete, are you getting that smoke from Canada fires? Yes, we got it very, very bad here today. I went outside. I said, this is why we don't need Canada. This
Really?
is why
We
we don't
had
need
that
Canada.
here for a few days, maybe the beginning of the month, but it kind of went away.
By the way, I love my Canadian friends in the chat,
Why?
okay?
Because it's humid down here. So when it's humid, it gets very hot down here. I don't have any air. I don't have central air in this house, and I don't have a window unit down here.
So you just burn down there. Okay. Wondering why the Yankees
here in the
Twitter
winter.
doesn't update the start time. They probably don't have one because, like I said, it's supposed to be kind of spread out. So we'll see what happens.
But yep. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on here, man. I don't see any rain.
Yeah, I got no clue either. We're just kind of
I hate
sitting
when
around
they-
scratching
I
our
hate when
asses over
they-
here.
I hate when they look at the weather and they decide by the Doppler radar, like you know what the hell that's doing.
I mean, they have no idea what the hell.
Look at the sky. Is it raining? No, play the game.
The Hirsch said the smoke made it to Boone's press conference. Yeah, he's been high on smoke for a while, I think.
Smoke comes out of his ears. Booney. Well, I got to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back.
Right.
Go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
bathroom.
Relax. Go to the bathroom. Good time to relax on the bathroom, okay? Folks, what's going on, everybody? How you doing? How you doing? See, we got a lot of people in here, too. I feel bad we don't have a ball game because I think we were going to kill it today. I think me and Bad Dog are ready just to rock and roll and kill this whole thing today. George, how you doing? Kavar, what's up, brother? I love anybody's last name that is Thompson, okay? Because my brother is Ra Thompson, so I love anybody that's a Thompson. If you're a Thompson, you are okay with me, all right? And guys, I'm growing the beard back. You already know. Growing the beard back, all right? It's Get Sexy season, folks. You better be in that gym pumping some irons, all right? You know what I mean? Get some overtime with the wife. Get working, baby. I just punched my desk. I didn't mean to. There he is.
Boone, you're hitting the desk like Boone?
I'm hitting the desk like Boone, but I actually mean it. Okay?
Like Booney Bubbles.
I actually mean it. All
Freaking weather's a bunch of
Flippity-jibbity nonsense.
flippity jippity nonsense. Damn, you know what it is? This is what the weather is right here. I'll tell you right now.
You shit-kicking, stinky horse-smelling motherfucker, you.
That's what I think about that weather over there, damn it.
It's terrible. It's not raining, though. Like, at least it doesn't look like it. I mean, I can't tell. I see a little dew on the camera.
Okay. All right. Little baseball action, little rain delay action.
Yeah, it's Q says tomorrow's weather forecast is bad. Yes, it is. I saw it too. It's supposed to be thunderstorms there tomorrow too. So I don't know. I would imagine they're going to try to get this game in, but who the hell knows? The weather is. I can tell you this. They must have moved through there. And again, I'm just looking at the Doppler radar thing, or like the AccuWeather. When you and I, before we went live, I saw in St. Louis it was 92 degrees. It is now 79. And that means that it probably moved through. Usually that's what happens. That's part of the meteorology I love. You get a warm air mass and a cold air mass. That's what causes the disturbance in the atmosphere and causes the precipitation. Once it moves out of there, you get a high pressure system behind it, and it usually cools it off. That's what happens.
If anybody knows his weather, it's Bad Dog, okay? The guy knows his weather. Let me tell you something. You'll never find somebody that knows the weight room and weather like Bad Dog does. It's a mix that only one man can have.
That's right.
He's
well,
the
Jim
guy
Cantori,
that is blessed.
Jim Cantori was a guy that I don't know if he's still on the Weather Channel. I don't watch the Weather Channel anymore, but he was a guy. He knew the weight room, and I've been told I look like him. So I was like, I guess just all Italians look the same. That's usually. So
we could all play somebody in a movie. That's it. We're all Italian.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like I don't know what the hell is going on here. I'm looking and it's.
Hey, we got a super chat from your guy Dashy.
There you go.
Dashy is here. I bet your Yankee fans remember Gary Sanchez because we beat him and the Padres in 11 innings, 7-5 on a steer walk-off 2-run home run. So Dashy, of course, is a fan of the Cincinnati Reds. Because Cincinnati just went ahead and on the heads of the Padres. But hey, look, nobody here likes Gary Sanchez. We're sick and tired of Gary
Nobody
Sanchez.
likes Gary Sanchez.
Nobody likes him.
His mom don't even like her.
His mother doesn't like him. They've all disowned him, the poor guy. He's running around San Diego like a chicken with no head. He has no idea what's going on over there. It's a little homer every now and then, and that's it.
Yeah, the problem with Prime is it just shows us this. It's just
that's all you say. That's all.
On yes, they would say, hey, scheduled time to play is 9 o'clock or 9:15 or something. This screen has been up since they went to the game.
Jocko says Bad Dog is talking about Joe Bastardo.
Who's Joe
ring
Bastardo?
a bell?
I don't know who that is.
Okay, he doesn't know who Joe Bastardo is.
I don't know
Jocko. Hey,
I don't know who that is.
L.I. Yankee King, what's going on, my guy? Mr. Mike, what's up? What's up? Cy Saint, how you doing, guys? We got like 350 in here, and unfortunately, we don't have a ball game right now because this stream would have been wild today.
Would have been. All we got right now is this.
I mean, we're basically just staring around right now, not knowing what the hell is going on here. But I wish I had a little
Gabagool, over here.
If I had a little gabagool, I'd be a little more excited. But as of right now, we ain't got nothing. Silk buckets, Pete G, Rick, what's going on, guys? One winged angel. How you doing?
I don't.
Jerry, my guy Jerry, what's going on, Jerry? He says Bad Dog. He is still on the Weather Channel. I guess the guy you're talking about.
Yeah, I don't watch the weather. Oh, Jim Cantori's still on the Weather Channel. I haven't watched the Weather Channel in a really long time. I mean, we're talking, God, probably 15 years. I remember when it was Stephanie Abrams in the morning. Like I remember Abrams and Bettis. Like that's how long ago it's been since I watched.
When I put on the Weather Channel, I go to the Spanish weather station, and I'm not watching it for the weather.
There you go.
Okay, I'm just telling everybody. The fiance heard me, but she knows. Okay.
Stephanie Abrams is a tall glass of water.
There you go. I mean, come on. How you doing? Even Hirsch just said in the chat. Hirsch said, "What's the name? Audrey Puente." I feel like Donald Trump when he said Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
He said, "I love it in Puerto." Puerto.
But yeah, I haven't watched the Weather Channel because I can just go to AccuWeather. I mean, that's the thing. I don't need to watch the Weather Channel anymore.
Yeah.
But God, this is probably more than 15 years ago. This has to be 20 years ago. Back in 2003, the internet was not what it is now.
Oh, no. I remember when the internet, I don't know if it was first come out. I remember dial-up, and I used to go onto wrestling websites. And
dial-up.
They had, remember all the 8-bit music? They would just have like little 8-bit music for like the wrestlers' theme songs. It was the coolest thing ever. Now everything is, who gives a shit?
Yeah,
Mr. Swift with the super chat. He says, no game. We talk about our feelings, right? Nah, not at this channel. Not over here. That might be somewhere else.
Yeah, I got some wrestling intro music. Got this one.
Little DX, okay.
DX. Yeah.
Got a little DX action going. I should put Rick Rude's theme song on. We just sit here and listen to it for a little while. That's a great idea. That's a great idea. Jim, who is this? Old Sarge says Jim Cantori, the harbinger of doom. Bad Dog's dead ringer.
Yep, Jim Cantori. It's spelled Tore, but yes, Jim Cantori. I
make sure he's Italian, okay?
Cantori.
He's Italian.
He's a little thicker than me, but yes, I've been told they look like Jim Cantori. I've got a lot of guys. Chris Maloney's one.
Okay.
Jason Statham's one.
Okay.
Pete Martinez is one. Jim Cantori's one. Manu Ginobili. At least those 5 guys are definitely the most common.
Little Manu Ginobili. Okay.
I get that a lot. I get those are the
Nice.
I get the most. Jason Statham, like it's because I'm bald and I'm in shape. I guess.
Yeah, I can see. I can see that actually a little bit there. I can see that. Old Sarge, what's going on, my guy?
My guy.
How you doing? Hopefully we're gonna have a ball game. I don't know if we have any update. We don't. I'm still looking on Twitter to see if there's anything. The Yankees aren't updating nobody. Nobody gives a shit, is what I typically like to say. It looks like nobody cares.
Yeah.
Rain delay season live. That's exactly what this is called.
Where's it called?
Rain delay season live.
Right.
Instead of game season live, we got rain delay season live right now. I mean, we're doing great. We got well over 100 likes. I mean, we got 350 in here. How you gonna do?
Again, I wish we had some kind of update on this.
I mean, it would be nice knowing like when there should be a game. We almost have 9 o'clock pumping in. DJ Steals with the Super Jazz says, just got the tickets for the after party. DJ Steals, you handsome son of a bitch. I'm gonna give you a bear hug like you never got in your life.
There you go. I don't.
How you doing?
You just said this is an hour ago. Safe to say, Yankees Cardinals won't be starting on time. A thunderstorm is currently rolling through Busch Stadium.
What is this? But I need an update, baby.
It's the last one I got. It's the last thing I see on Twitter. Is that
unbelievable? TC Steele says, Pete, I was at the Sucker Punch bar early this morning. Really? TC, you went over there? I gotta talk. Tell me about it. Yep. Sandy, what's going on, Sandy? How you doing? Says Yankees beat writers are silent. Yeah, who knows what those guys are up to right now? Hey, DJ's coming to party. Yeah, DJ Steele's gonna be at the party. We're gonna have ourselves a good time. Okay, how you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? On the morning brew. Oh, you talked about it in the morning brew. Okay, TC Steels. I'm gonna go check it out. And my man Hector doesn't even tell me. My man Hector is supposed to be such of a good friend of me, and he doesn't even tell me. I have to talk to Hector about this. Okay, because when you're in the Pete administration, you must answer when I talk. Okay? I demand loyalty. I can hear you say that. You're better than me at doing it. I don't know how to do the Trumpinator that good.
Ding Harrison always makes the day a little better. Oh,
how cute.
That's what the Cardinals tweeted out.
Oh, how cute these sons of bitches.
Tonight's game will not start on time. Wow. Thank you guys on Twitter.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it.
Figured that one out. Thank you. Thank you. Nothing there.
Nah, well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? I mean, we're just, we're kind of like chickens without it. We feel like Gary Sanchez right now.
Trying to find us something.
I mean, they got to update something at some point. We're passing almost 9 o'clock. They got to make a decision on the ball game here.
Dodger Stadium guy, Pinstripe Tony just said anything as far as like a question mark. Yes, do we have?
Yeah, I don't see nothing either myself. Let me pull up here. Let's see what we're working with over here. Let me see what you're working with. ESPN needs to give the politics a rest. Yeah, I see they laid off a bunch of people today, too. I don't know what's going on over there. Her judge batted a little. Okay. Oh, my brother Rod Thompson.
Thank you for being a friend.
He says, okay. Shout out to the bros. Bad Dog is the only person that made me install a leg extension machine in my car so I can do one leg knee extensions while driving. Love you guys, my guy.
Okay, frankly, Rob, thank you very much. You know, I try to inspire people. I try to get them into the gym. You know, I told you, you know, I'm watching Bad Dog. He's got a fitness channel, and I went on there. And, you know, I gave him my endorsement. Quite frankly, if you want to see Donald Trump's endorsement, it's there. You know, Bad Dog's got me. He's got me trying to get in shape. Quite frankly, we're laying off a Big Macs, and we're not going to McDonald's anymore. You know, we got that guy over there because you take a look at what's going on under Joe Biden, and there's no more big guys. Like, there's no more big guys. You know, there's a lot of fake news, quite frankly, Pete. A lot of fake news. There's a lot of fake natties, too. You know, a lot of fake natties on Instagram, like, I'm natty. We know they're full of shit, fake news. But we know Bad Dog is natural because he's really not a big guy. He's just kind of shredded. He watches his diet. He doesn't go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
So, you know, he's trying to get like Rick Rude. He should probably grow the mustache, quite frankly.
Quite frankly, all day, damn it.
If you want to do a good Trump, you got to end every sentence with quite frankly.
Yes, 100%. If there is not a quite frankly in there, it is not an actual real sentence.
Every sentence must end with either bigly, strongly, or quite frankly. Anything that ends in a Y.
You know, the quite frankly is actually rather addicting, to be honest. I feel like I have to use quite frankly a little more. I think it really gets to the point. Aaron Boone sucks, quite frankly.
Exactly.
I mean, it sounds so much better.
Yeah, it's like the Seinfeld episode where Jerry says, you know, when you say my fiance, everything sounds better afterwards. And Kramer says, my fiance has an inner ear infection.
Yeah, it's true. It's when you add something like that. We got another super chat. Oh, God. Every time I get a super chat from L.I. Yankee King, I love the kid, but I'm very, very scared of what I'm going to read. Let's see what we got here. Edge and Shawn Michaels are the best wrestlers of all time. No one can change my mind. No one tells a story, brings a match like those guys. Quite frankly, he ended with, which I got to give him some brownie points on that because that really drove it home.
I really did drive it home.
I will disagree, though. I'll disagree.
Quite frankly, L.A. Yankee King, I have to respectfully disagree. The greatest wrestler of all time is...
I couldn't hear it.
Oh, couldn't hear it?
Try it again. Let's see. It's not coming through. Who do you got? Who was it?
Stone Cold.
Okay.
You couldn't hear the intro?
Okay. I couldn't hear it at all. Like, it just muffled.
Oh, that's weird. That
So I
happens
got my
sometimes.
greatest wrestler of all time. Let's
That
do
happens
this.
sometimes when you do too. It ends up muffled on my end. I don't know why.
Yeah, it sounds a little bit muffled. I couldn't hear it too well. Hector, my brother, isn't it Hector? So I gotta ask Hector something really quick. Then I'm gonna get to it. Apparently, TC Seals went to Sucker Punch, which is gonna be where it's hosting our event. I need to know about this. I need to know what it was like, how much he loved it. I gotta know these things. Did he enjoy it? Did he think it was a good setup? What he thought about the whole situation? But going back to the wrestlers, if you don't have
cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
Let me tell you something. I would say this. I'd put Shawn Michaels over Edge any day of the week. I think Shawn Michaels is
Shawn Michaels was
one of the greatest, easily. But look, people get mad at me when I say this, bad, but I got to be honest with you. When it comes to the greatest wrestler of all time, with everything included, I'm sorry, but one man to me stands on the top, and it's Hulk Hogan. Because there would be nobody else.
It's true.
I mean, it's like people talk about, right? Oh, Babe Ruth may not have been as great as he was then if he played today. You could say that was like, fine, cute. But is he still considered one of the greatest? Because when he did it, he was the King Kong of baseball.
Absolutely.
He is the GOAT. He's the guy. Hulk Hogan is the guy. And if you look up to, you go, Hulk Hogan.
There would be no wrestling if it wasn't for.
Well, let me tell you something, brother.
There it is. I gotta go Hulk Hogan, man. I gotta go Hulk Hogan.
Hulk Hogan was just my guy. It's I mean, every time that my because I watch because I have Peacock, it's the best thing I freaking get. It's $5 a month. I can watch any wrestling I want. I can watch all the Raw episodes. I can watch any pay-per-view I want. So, and the new pay-per-views come out, you get those too.
Yeah.
I watch like the Raw. I start from 97, the beginning of 1997, and I go through every week until Stone Cold wins the title in WrestleMania 14, and then I reset it because I feel like that was the best time, was 1997. Watching Stone Cold and The Rock was another one. The Rock was great, man.
Of course.
Bitch.
Shut up,
The Rock,
bitch.
yeah, that's what I do.
Shut up, bitch.
You should have a Boone conference on. Just keep pressing it whenever he talks.
Yeah, that's what I do. Like I had somebody the other day say something stupid. I'm like, you know what?
Shut up, bitch.
And but watching The Rock and Stone Cold, 1997 was the best. You had Shawn Michaels, you had The Undertaker, you had Bret Hart, you had the Hart Foundation, you had Nation of Domination, you had Stone Cold, you had Owen, he was part of it, Owen Hart. You had The Rock with nobody till he got towards the end of 97. He was you had Psycho Sid, you had the entrance of Kane. You had Goldust, you had Triple H. Like 1997, the talent on that roster in WWF back then was insane. Not to mention, you had the heel king on the mic. Jerry the King Lawler is one of the funniest freaking
easy
ever.
And I mean, if you think about it, like the voice of that Attitude Era was him and Jim Ross. And I mean, they were just perfect together. Yeah. I still think I still have a bias towards Gorilla Monsoon as being the best of the best when it comes to being an announcer. Gorilla Monsoon is still my guy. But no, you're right. During that time, you had all that. Then a little later down the line, you had NWO come around and WCW. You had the little war going on. Rick Rude appeared on Raw and
Rick
Nitro.
Rude came back. 97 was really good between both the WCW and the WWF.
Oh,
that was like the best year in my opinion, 97. So I always really enjoyed
Jesse Ventura was a great announcer too, by all means, before, no doubt.
You had Ventura and McMahon, and you had Bobby Heenan and Gorilla Monsoon. They were great. Wrestling was really good back then. I haven't watched it in a long time, but I still go back
absolutely legendary.
Watch it all the time. My kid, every time Stone Cold, he's like, "Daddy, that's your guy." I'm like, "Yeah." My kid doesn't know his name, but China is on there. He goes, "Daddy, that's China." Like he knows all the girls. He knows all the girls. He knows all the girls. Oh, Dad, that's
smart
Trish.
Kid, man.
Yeah, he's like, "Daddy, that's Trish. You like Trish?" I'm like, "Yeah, Daddy likes Trish."
I tell you what, I saw DJ Steele sent me a picture because he was like, who would you choose today? And without even looking, he was like Shakira or Trish Stratus. He sent the picture of what Trish Stratus looks like today. She looks better than she did when she was around in the Attitude Era.
She's phenomenal. She's a natural brunette, which I like brunettes better.
Okay, he likes brunettes. All right.
So he, I like brunettes better. Do you like blondes or brunettes? And the answer
brunettes
is yes.
more.
Yes, the answer is yes. But I preferred brunettes. So Trisha's natural color is brown.
Yeah.
This looks good. Trisha's my age, so she's always been into fitness and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's still really good. The other, the diva that really fell off and she's probably going to be in jail for the rest of her life is Sunny. She looks like total shit.
Oh my God, yes, horrible. Holy shit.
Drugs and alcohol does this.
Damn right. Yeah, no, that's a great point. I saw an interview with her recently. I remember seeing. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, fell off a cliff. She aged
a couple of times.
she aged like fine milk. You know, she aged like cottage cheese. Quite frankly, she aged like cottage cheese, Pete. She's got cottage cheese thighs. You know, I don't like cottage cheese, and I certainly don't like cottage cheese thighs. But I'm wondering when the hell we're gonna get the ball game going here, quite frankly.
Oh man. Okay, Armando Gomez says Shakira couldn't breathe after one song and J-Lo made her look like a jabroni. Don't even put those two in the same category. J-Lo got nothing on Shakira. When they did the Super Bowl together, the biggest clip of that thing is when Shakira did a little tongue action into the camera. And the clip went viral because of that. Let's be honest here. It's not a comparison.
You're talking about that the one day when you're talking about the sub.
J-Lo's the biggest hooker that ever lived in the planet of America.
A-Rod hit it.
Everybody did it. I think I might have a couple of years ago. I don't even remember. Everybody did. I mean, who the hell did it? Let's be honest here. 26 people in the chat did.
That's right. J-Lo's nickname was the doorknob. Everyone in a turn, quite frankly. It's funny. You were talking about the sub and you were talking about Shakira, and I heard your fiance, and then you said something about, I don't know, her going down or whatever. And I just said Shajira, and she thought that was hilarious. Shajira.
I should call it
Shajira.
I should call it that from now on.
Yeah,
that'll be a good one. Somebody said 20 minutes to game time. Is that correct?
I'm going to look right now.
9:20 start time. Is that what we're looking like here? I'm down for that. Come on. It's going to be a big game tonight. We need to get this one in here. Hector said age like almond milk.
That's right. It's horrible. I see nothing on.
See, Valor also says he's guilty. He also hit Shakira. So, I mean, not Shakira, excuse me, J-Lo. Okay, everybody has.
Yeah, okay, so what the hell this guy is, I mean, I don't. It says the Cardinals-Yankees game was scheduled to start. Oh, it says it's scheduled to start at 7:15. Well, that doesn't help. Nope.
Okay. All right. Anybody can confirm this? Are we getting come on, Chad, help us out here. We having a start time or what? Yeah. What are we doing? How you doing? What you doing? How you doing? What you doing?
I know. I see nothing on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't see anything here. We have no update here.
The Yankees rain delay forecast is conditions will improve enough for baseball soon. That's all I see there, and I don't know what that means.
Yeah, the fiance just told me that she said the same thing, that nobody said anything yet on Twitter. So I don't see none. DJ Steels, welcome back to the Real Fan Package, my friend. I appreciate you. Any
updates? I see a rain out. Someone says someone responded. Good thing you don't make the calls.
We got a super chat.
Thank you for being a friend.
Savvy should be in the pen. L.I. Yank King says JR openly said Vince built the Attitude Era around Shawn Michaels, and Hogan never had an era built around. Oh no, L.I. stop it. L.I. stop. That's just the dumbest thing. Hulk Hogan never had an era built around him. He built it himself. He was the era.
That's right.
Oh my God, that's the worst. That's the worst comment ever.
Yep. Oh,
Shawn Michaels didn't need steroids to wrestle. That has nothing to do with wrestling. And on top of that, for anybody who says
first of all,
look at him in New Japan Pro Wrestling. The guy was an animal.
First of all, Shawn Michaels.
That's a terrible comment.
Shawn Michaels did take steroids. Okay, he did absolutely took them.
Hell yeah.
So they all took them. That's part of their job. It's like a stripper getting breast implants. It's part of their job. The wrestler's job was to make it jacked as possible. Vince McMahon went on trial for giving whoever it was. I forgot that guy's name. Dr. I forget his name. There's a whole dark side of the ring about him going on trial for steroids.
Yep.
And then he had to take it back and make smaller guys. But Shawn Michaels is absolutely in steroids. Look at Shawn Michaels when he came into.
Oh, he was way bigger.
The WWE. And then look at him in 1997 when Triple H started going through his jacked up era because they were with China. You don't think China
Yeah.
steroids?
And on top of that, LI, come on. You got to see, this is when people can't take a younger person's comment seriously because that's you just not knowing what you're talking about. There was never an era built around Hulk Hogan. He built it. He was the era. There was nobody like Hulk Hogan. He wasn't.
WrestleMania.
Yeah, exactly. It was him. He did it. So you can never, whether you like him or not, you got to give credit to that.
Right.
I do agree with my friend Hector said here, in my humbled opinion, Vince McMahon had some hands in ECW using it to see if the Attitude Era would work. Because it did. ECW kind of created the whole Attitude Era environment. And then Vince McMahon obviously him and Paul Heyman had a little agreement going on there for a little while.
So there's a lot of guesses as when to the official start of the Attitude Era.
Mm-hmm.
Some people say it's when Bret Hart went off in the ring and started swearing and went off after he lost.
The screw job when he spit at Vince McMahon.
This is in March.
Okay.
And then some people say it was right after the screw job, which was in December. Well, Shawn Michaels was out of the freaking WWF 3 months later because of back problems. He left in 1997 because of drug problems. Like he was not really around in the Attitude Era. The Attitude Era was built around Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock.
Yeah.
The Attitude Era was built around Stone Cold Steve Austin built that era, not Shawn.
No doubt. No doubt. And then, like I said, you got legends capped off on that. And, and here's the one thing, too, that I want to talk about that I don't think any wrestler will ever be able to do. Would you agree that when Hulk Hogan fought The Rock, and Hulk Hogan was towards the downhill part of his career, he was ending his career then.
Yeah.
Do you believe there'll ever be a wrestler again that would still, that many years later, after being a face of wrestling, will get the loudest applause and pop of the night over the current legend? Everybody wanted Hogan to win that match.
Yep, they did.
He was the crowd favorite. He was the bad guy.
He was. They had
over The Rock, who was at the height of his career.
Stone
That's
Cold,
how great Hulk Hogan is.
Stone Cold is the only other guy that I could see having that effect because he was the modern day Hulk Hogan. That's right. That character really won over. That's how the WWF started winning the ratings back. It was him. Like he was the one that built that era. He's the one that started, kind of where it was cool to root for the heel.
Yeah, the bad guy.
He's the guy. Shawn Michaels was one of the greatest wrestlers in the ring, without question.
Easy.
Easily one of the top 3 wrestlers in the ring of all time.
Oh, yeah.
He wasn't good on the mic, though. He wasn't good on the mic. He blathered a lot, just like Bret Hart. Bret Hart, same thing.
He's terrible on the mic.
Fantastic in the ring.
Yeah.
The mic.
Yep.
So, you needed to put it all together. That's why The Rock was so great. And Stone Cold, before Owen Hart broke his neck, was such a great wrestler. People talk about the wrestling match between Bret Hart and Stone Cold in WrestleMania 13, and that was great.
Was that the I Quit match?
Yes. But
legendary.
Go back to the match, the Survivor Series in '96.
Mm-hmm.
Watch Stone Cold and Bret Hart, and watch the wrestling that goes on in that. Stone Cold couldn't do what he did before. He had knee problems, and he had his neck broken, so he just kind of became a mauler and lost a lot of his skill set. But before those injuries, he came in to the WWE as the ringmaster.
Yeah, I remember.
Ted DiBiase's $1 Million champion, and his whole stupid gimmick was how great of a technician he was.
Yep.
And then obviously that character failed, and then the Stone Cold thing was built, the King of the Ring in '96, when he famously coined Austin 316. I just whipped your ass.
Yep. And he got that, of course, apparently, from Jake the Snake Roberts.
He did.
Yeah, Jake the Snake Roberts helped build that character a little bit. But man, oh man, it's amazing too, because wrestling in many ways shaped our youth. More than anything, wrestling shaped our youth a lot. Like those I remember even reading what you talked about. You said that, bodybuilding for you, it was a lot because of guys like Rick Rude and Ultimate Warrior and guys like that. Yeah,
absolutely. Rick Rude was always the guy that I thought had like the perfect physique for me. Like Ultimate Warrior is going. Not that I could be Rick Rude. Rick Rude is 6'4", 250 pounds. I mean, the guy was ridiculously jacked, but he was also on performance-enhancing drugs. And it wasn't about being his size; it was about being his shape. Like I knew I couldn't be Ultimate Warrior's shape, but I'm like Rick Rude. He was lean. He had shredded midsection, and he was very well defined. And I was always like, that's That's what I want it to look like. And then the funny thing is, Reed, I always joke around now. I look at China in 97 and I tell my kid, I'm like, Daddy goes to the gym every day to be built like China. Or should I say this?
Like China, yeah.
China.
Yeah, I go to
Daddy
China,
goes to the gym
okay?
every day to be built like China.
DJ Steele says, one of the best matchups I've seen was back in 06, Kurt Angle versus Undertaker for the World Heavyweight Championship and No Way Out 5-star matchup. I'll be honest, some of the best matches that I ever remember, technical type matches, if you go back to ECW days when Rey Mysterio will fight Eddie Guerrero or Jushin Thunder Liger would fight over there, and they would just have like the most Rob Van Dam versus what's his name again? Not Chris Jericho, but there was also another guy, Chris something. Chris Chetty?
God, I don't know. I didn't watch a lot of ECW.
I forgot his damn name, but they all went to like WCW after that. But they had some amazing, like real technical match. Jerry Lynn was his name. Jerry Lynn and Rob Van Dam had amazing matches in ECW. Just really, really good.
Andre's talking about language. You're talking about Paul Orndorff, because that's an I grew up in the 80s. And there, you got to look it up, Pete, sometime. You got to look up this. So Chris Masters totally modeled his character after Paul. Right. He is the new Paul Orndorff. You got to look at this video. It's Paul Orndorff in the gym. You got to look at it. So what he's doing is he's training all these people, and he's constantly insulting them. He just insults them. You're never going to be like me. You're fat. You suck. It is so funny. What he calls this woman fat, and he goes, at least she has all her teeth. Most fat people I know don't have teeth. And I don't even know how that makes sense. I could not stop laughing at it, man. You know what was a great physique? Ricky the Dragon Steamboat. Dude was jacked.
Oh, yeah. So I'm looking at Brian Hoke here, and I don't even see an update from him on anything. So I have no idea what is going on with his game.
So I don't know what the hell is going on here.
And I mean, they haven't even announced it that if they are having a game, that it's going to be delayed. I don't see nothing whatsoever. No update from nobody. I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't either. Like it's, yeah.
Hirsch brings up the Demolition, maybe one of the greatest theme songs of all time.
Yep. Oh, I love the Demolition.
I love Demolition, man. Axe and Smash.
Absolutely. I don't like when Crush was there, but I like that.
No. Yeah, and then, you know, the crazy thing is I remember I used to argue with my brother. My brother John was a really, really big wrestler fan. He used to write down all the champions, everything. And I used to always argue with him. He's like, yeah, they barely won any titles. I was like, really? Yeah, it's like Demolition never really won titles. So I was like, you can't really consider them as one of the best
they were
of all time.
Champions.
Yeah, not a lot though. Not like Legion of Doom and the best of the best.
I think
they only won it a couple of times, like once or twice.
I'll be honest. This will never be a popular take.
You don't like Legion of Doom?
I think they're overrated as hell.
Oh, man. Who would you take, Legion of Doom or the Steiner Brothers?
The Steiner Brothers are overrated as hell.
Okay.
I just think like I like their characters.
So who was your tag team?
Like wrestling goes, like they didn't really, their finisher was awesome.
Yeah.
All he did was punch and slam. They didn't really do a lot. Like I really feel like they were built more on their appearance than, you know, they were funny on the mic. I don't know. I just feel like they were so blown up. And I'm like, to me, the Hart Foundation was a better tag team than them. The British Bulldogs were fantastic.
I think
freaking Hall of Fame.
I tell you what.
Kids be in the Hall of Fame.
I still think
greatest wrestlers ever.
Yeah, Dynamite Kid is. I still think the best tag team of all time are the Dudley Boys. I don't care what anybody says. I love the Dudley Boys. They did it everywhere. Get the tables. We got a super chat.
Thank you for being a
This is a good one. This is a good one.
Boys are a great tag team too.
DJ Steele says, Bad Dog wanted to be built like China. I'm aiming to be built like Mark Henry. Li's trying to be built like Eugene. Old goofy ass.
I remember Eugene.
Oh, man, that's bad.
One of the funniest things ever was when DX imitated the Nation of Domination.
Oh, that was funny as shit.
And I forgot who it was. I forget it was. I forgot who said it. X-Pac was being Mark Henry, Mizark Henry. He said, "What I want to know, Mizark Henry, how do you get your pecs to go all the way around to your back?
Do you remember when Mark Henry became sexual chocolate?
That's when I started to get away from it. I started to get away from it.
Oh man! And he started going out with the old lady, Mae Young, whatever the hell her name was. That was ridiculous,
it was Mae
man.
Young. It was definitely Mae Young.
That was Mae Young, right? That was ridiculous.
It was
man.
so stupid. I remember the Triple H. That was funny when they imitated the Nation Domination. The Croc.
I'll tell you what. I'll give Triple H and Shawn Michaels credit. Them together was phenomenal. Like anytime they were on the mic together, it was really good. Like when they used to imitate, one of the funniest ones that he did was when they imitated Vince and Shane McMahon.
Oh God, yes.
and Shawn Michaels just does a little hop skip around the ring the whole time.
Yeah.
That was legendary.
It's good. That was good.
Good stuff.
Wrestling used to be really good, and what happened, in my opinion, was when Vince bought us competition. That was it. Competition.
Yeah.
A really good product.
Brings out the best of you too. Yeah.
You don't have competition. And you. Yep. What do you? I mean, why do you need to put out why do you need to work hard? You have no competition. Yeah. You've already won. So I don't know, but
Vince McMahon got like the old school Marx Brothers mustache now. It's like really dyed it really black. It's skinny and thin. He's like the mask of Zorro right now. And if he threw the mask on, he looked just like Zorro. He could run around and attack people.
I remember one of my favorite moments ever was when the British Bulldogs beat Beefcake and Valentine for the titles at WrestleMania 2. That was awesome, man. You had King Kong Bundy, you had Big John Studd.
I remember when King Kong Bundy.
Oh, the Big Judge said, quite frankly.
I remember when he was on Married with Children.
Yep, he was in the movie Moving with Richard Pryor. Yeah, man, they were. What the hell were they called? They were a tag team, Big John Studd and King Kong Bundy. I forgot what the hell they were called. Then you had the natural disasters. You had Earthquake and Typhoon. Wrestling had some bad characters too.
Greatest jobber ever was the Brooklyn Brawler, in my opinion.
He was good. Yeah, the other great jobbers. You had Barry O, who was actually Randy Orton's uncle and Cowboy Bob Orton's brother. You had him. You had Barry Horowitz.
Barry Horowitz, I remember. Yep.
You had Iron Mike Sharp. He was one of the better jobbers. Like he would give you a match, but he'd always lose. Canada's greatest athlete. And he'd also always wear that black brace on his arm.
Greatest athlete.
Loved him.
Mr. Perfect is so underrated,
Mr.
man.
Perfect was.
I don't know why I'm just thinking about that. I was just thinking, the other day, to this day, I don't know if you do this. I still do the things he did in this commercial. Like throwing the gum up and smacking it.
Yeah.
Doing the towel over the shoulder and catching it.
Yep.
I still do that stuff to this day. I mean, he really was. He was legendary when he came out.
I have one wrestling card in my collection. It is a Mr. Perfect rookie card from 1983. It is.
Look at that. Mr. Perfect rookie card.
Now, I want a Hulk Hogan, like an 1985 tops, not one of those 82s. The ones from 1982 they're a fortune. But that, and I know I can get a Dynamite Kid rookie. That's like 87. There's a 1990 rookie. Like, I don't really collect wrestling cards, but I want to get some of my favorite guys from back then for sure. Macho Man.
Yep.
I'll tell you another guy that was like just getting phased out of the WWF, and because of the Dark Side of the Ring, I started looking at his old wrestling matches and him on the mic. It was Dr. D, David Schultz, the guy that smacked the shit out of the reporter.
And smacked the shit out of him. You think wrestling's fake? You think wrestling's fake? Well, not fake.
Stone Cold totally molded his character after.
Oh yeah, very much.
Dr.
Very
D.
much.
He was so good on the mic. My favorite, his first match in WWF is my favorite. He's like, I was told the competition was here. I was told the greatest wrestlers in the world was here. If that's an example of great wrestlers, baby, I'm gonna walk over him like a steamroller. I just love it. I love the finish. Getting firm.
Just amazing
characters. There was a
man.
number of times I almost killed that Andre the Giant with my bare hands. I loved that guy. And I just missed him. Like he just was getting phased out. He wasn't in WrestleMania 1. That's kind of when I started watching. Oh, I have to watch a Dark Side of the Ring. I got to remember to do that. Junkyard Dog's on there. One of my favorites.
Oh, yeah, those are awesome. Dark Side of the Rings are awesome. Pedro says, when DX put a face shield on with wipers while doing a promo with Sergeant Slaughter, that's still funny today. Yes, I remember that. And DJ Steele says, Batty Doggy Dog, the Brood or the Heart Foundation?
Oh, the Heart Foundation. It's not.
Yeah,
I
that's
pick the
I
Hart
would have
Foundation.
to. And I
Bret
love the
Hart's-
Brood. I love the Brood too, but the Hart Foundation is too legendary.
Bret Hart's is one of my favorite wrestlers ever. He's just he was
Yeah, Bret Hart's great. My brother Michael
him and
loved
Owen. They were
Bret Hart,
both
man.
awesome. Again, watching the thing from '97. So I'm back in like May after Stone Cold beat the shit out of him, got him in the ambulance, beat him up in the ambulance, and Jim Neidhart comes back, and they're all in the ring. There's Brian Pillman, there's Jim Neidhart, there's Owen Hart, and there's Davey Boy Smith, and there's Bret Hart in a wheelchair. And I looked at that today, and I'm watching. I told my wife, I go, it's amazing. I go, all those guys are gone.
All in
Bret Hart, like they're all dead. So it's just crazy watching.
Just don't bring up Bill Goldberg around Bret Hart, okay? Because it'll lead to it won't be a nice conversation.
I mean, Goldberg ended his career.
Yeah,
for real. Yeah, man. I definitely. For me, the best wrestling was 84 to 92, and then 97 to 2000, and then I liked John Cena in his early days, like 2003, 2004, when he was a doctor of thugonomics and he was a heel.
Yes. Yep.
I definitely thought he was very underrated at that, but he was so good on the mic.
Yep. L.I. Yankee King with the super chat says, best promo to listen to is Rated R Edge era. L.I., you gotta go back to the legendary stuff. You sound like a young kid nowadays that talks about like this new rap music being the greatest of all time, and it's not. Nowhere near it. You gotta open your horizons a little bit, because look, man, you're talking about the greatest promos of all time. You got to go to NWA, Dusty Rhodes, Ric Flair, anything with Macho Man, Rick Rude. I mean, Rick Rude, forget about it. Yep. I mean, you go with any of those guys right there.
The Rock was great, and the Stone Cold. They were some of the greatest.
Phenomenal.
Rick Rude.
And then you had greats like Ultimate Warrior who sucked on the mic. I mean, but you just had some guys that had everything. Hogan, Macho Man, Flair, Dusty Rhodes, Rick Rude, The Rock, John Cena. Even John Cena has always been good on the mic.
Oh, he was great. Like when he and The Rock matched up, like to me, I thought John Cena kicked The Rock's ass when he came back as the Doctor of Thugonomics. I'm like, man, I missed that. I remember when John Cena came out, I forgot when the hell this was, but as the Doctor of Thugonomics, and I was like, all these kids are probably looking at him like, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? And I'm like, the guys my age are like, yeah, that's the John Cena we love.
Yeah.
That guy. You make me sick, and if you don't let me, don't suck my.
Yeah, that was it. That was when he was the one.
When John Cena first got into the WWE, and Kurt Angle had the Kurt Angle was so damn funny.
Oh, I remember. Oh, Kurt Angle. I mean, Kurt Angle is yes. Kurt Angle is extremely underrated.
So underrated.
Very underrated.
So underrated.
Angle was at times, the guy was like a luchador. He was doing freaking Hurricanranas from the top, backflips, moonsaults.
He could do anything.
He was doing anything. Kurt Angle was
with
an
a
absolute
broken
beast
freaking
in the
neck.
ring. With a broken neck. Yep, insane.
So
DJ Steels with the super chat says, Li, the wrestling topic is about the wrestlers before your superhero Cena. Anywho, Doink the Clown or Gilbert. As a fool?
They just did the thing on Matt Bourne, too, the Dark Side of the Ring. They just did that.
Gilbert was hilariously stupid, but Doink was actually a good character with the scary clown. It was kind of interesting.
Because Matt Bourne is Doink the Clown, made Doink the Clown.
The original. Yeah.
Yeah, when it wasn't Matt Bourne, Doink sucked.
Yes, exactly. No, because I remember he had the little scary clown music, and he was an interesting character. And
Rick is right.
He feuded.
Stone Cold and Booker T in the grocery store.
Hilarious. But the greatest, to me, still to this day, and I don't care, I know that there's even older ones than this, the greatest feud of all time, in my opinion, is still Stone Cold and Vince McMahon. That whole little era right there was so stupidly funny. When he attacked him, when he broke his foot and he attacked him in the hospital.
Hit him with a bedpan.
Oh my God, that's the funniest thing ever, man.
The funny thing is, I love that rivalry too, but I'm telling you, man, my favorite rivalry was Stone Cold and Bret Hart because
it's a great one too. I mean, my brother used to fight about it.
So good in the ring. Like it was, and not to mention they're two of my favorite wrestlers ever. Yep. So I obviously I love watching those guys. And I always sucked that they kind of phased Stone Cold away from Bret Hart and brought Shawn Michaels back. And they had Stone Cold go after Owen. And then it was just nice to see Stone Cold win the title. And then obviously Stone Cold and The Rock became a freaking amazing rivalry too, because they're my two favorites of all time.
Man, the chat, we must have a lot of wrestling fans in here. My guy
Ever
just
who
brought up
wasn't a
Coco
wrestling fan
Beware.
back in the day,
Coco
bro?
Beware? Coco Beware was the man coming out with the parrot. Come on,
God,
Coco
yeah.
Beware? Remember the song that he sung, Pal Driver?
Yeah.
Remember that back in the
God,
day?
that was terrible.
Pal Driver.
I mean, I remember,
How about Slick? Slick was my guy,
the
man.
Doctor of Style.
Oh, I love Slick.
Like
Remember
the
his song, Jive Soul Bro?
We had them all. Classy Freddie Blassie. He had the Iron Sheik who just passed away.
Yeah.
Nick Volkov. I loved that era, man. It was awesome. It was a lot of fun. You had they weren't the Rock and Roll Express. I forgot what the hell. Maybe the US Express. Mike Rotundo and Barry Windham. They were one of
Rotunda, yep.
Mike Rotundo, of course, became IRS.
Yeah, who is, I can't believe it. I didn't know he's the father of the guy that's out there now wrestling, Bray Wyatt.
Yep.
I had no idea. I never knew that until I saw it. And got a couple of super chats. David Douglas says, I use music written by Pete and my friend Felix. Yes, you do. And David is actually a wrestler. He wrestles on independent circuits. DJ Steele says, I'm younger than you guys, but my favorite is Angle. Kurt Angle's the man. I love Kurt Angle. Devon Cerna says, totally unrelated, but the NASCAR Chicago event is selling Busch and Michelob at $63 for a six-pack. Holy shit.
What?
Why the hell is that?
Scotch?
Why is that exactly? What the world?
I'm looking now and I see
Any update here?
update. This says
I mean, they can't
large area
wait much
thunderstorms
longer.
is past Busch Stadium. Smaller thunderstorms developing and heading towards St. Louis are likely causing MLB officials to continue the delay longer. Lightning safety is very important for both fans and players when thunder roars go indoors.
Yeah, I'm still trying to. I don't see anything. I mean, I just don't understand how long they'll make a delay go until they call it.
Yeah.
Because you would assume they could have a doubleheader tomorrow because tomorrow's an early game as it is.
Yeah. See, I always find this interesting. Like somebody just followed me. His name is Julian Guiarte. Don't know how he found me. He's got
I know Julian.
Yeah, he's got a check mark next to his name. So I'm like, he's a reporter for the Somerset Patriots.
Yeah, he reports for the Somerset Patriots. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a good guy. I talk to Julian a lot.
I've had like guys follow me on Instagram too. Like I have I always say it's very cool. I think that you can just be like a guy on YouTube and you get like celebrities that follow you. Like Ian Paola, who was in Orange Is the New Black, like he follows me and he's a fan. Like he's like, I'm a fan, and I'm like, you're a fan of me? Like I'm like, nobody. Like he even had a story, like he's got a man cave. He has an Odell Beckham jersey autographed and a Saquon Barkley. He's got this whole setup. He's like, yo, Bando, what do you think of this setup, man? It's pretty sweet. And I find it amazing that a guy like, an actor is a fan, or like Xavier McKinney, the safety for the Giants, his mom follows me. And when I bought my McKinney jersey and did the unboxing, she sent me the story and they had me on their TV. And I'm like, you guys watch? She goes, oh my God, my family's huge fans of yours. I'm like, really?
That's awesome, isn't
Crazy.
it?
I have there's a Laker girl, her mother follows me on Instagram, and she's like, I can't wait for you to start calling the Lakers again. You bring such excitement to it. It's so much fun. I'm like, it's just crazy. The people that find you.
Well, that's what we were talking about before we even went live, just like that. We're just fans of this stuff. Like, we don't break down video. Like, we don't try to get too analytical on anything. We just jump on the camera and we call games, or we talk about something that happened, and it's just natural. It's just a natural thing that we do, and hey, it seems like people enjoy hearing it.
I see TC Julian has a morning. Okay, that makes sense then.
Yes, he's on Hector and Jigga's channel,
that
Warner
makes
Bros. Sports.
Because
him and Sandy was in here too. Sandy Molinares. They do it. They do the show together.
That makes sense. I just don't like. I'm not on Twitter. Like I said, it's more during the football season. Twitter. I just prefer Instagram.
Twitter's a bit of a dumpster
I think
fire, to be
Twitter
honest.
is just there's a lot of negativity on it. I feel like
A lot of fake news.
because you have to post pictures or videos on Instagram. I feel like it's just much more positive. It
lot of
just
fake
seems like
news.
it's a lot more positive.
A lot of fake news over there on Twitter, right?
Fake news, Pete. Quite frankly, you go on Twitter, Pete. They actually banned me on Twitter. They got rid of me on Twitter. They didn't like the truth being told, Pete. They take it away my First Amendment. I'm going to tell you in chat right now. It's a witch hunt, quite frankly. It's a lot of fake news, a lot of fake articles talking about me. You know why? They're trying to take away your rights, people. They're trying to take away your First Amendment. They're trying to take away your Second Amendment. They're trying to ban the Constitution. They're only going at me because I'm in their way. I'm trying to protect you, and I'm in their way, so they're going after me.
That's right. You tell him.
My buddy Pete, Elon Musk, he put me back on Twitter, and I'm on Instagram now. So look out, world 2024.
The great Trump dog, folks. And by the way, you got the fitness channel pumping out now, and I think you do a little more than Trump dog on that channel.
Oh, I have a whole video of Donald Trump endorsing my channel. Yeah.
Yeah. So you guys got to definitely check that out.
Check that one out. There will be the Trump dog in full uniform.
Full uniform, folks.
Got the wig
Mike
going,
Gorga says just postponed. So is that correct? Are we postponed? Is that fake news, or we got real news here?
Is it? Well, let's see.
Let's see what we got here. Yankees bullpen catcher just walked out to the bullpen and left field. Looks like they're gathering some gear. It's really pouring here. My guess is the game's going to be called any minute. Let's see.
Yeah, it doesn't say anything.
Yankees bullpen catcher just left. So it looks like we're probably not going to... Dugouts are getting packed up. Guessing we get an announcement soon. Yeah, I figured they're going to call this game. There's no way they're going to play this one.
Yeah, that freaking sucks.
Sucks,
Sucks, man. I was all ready to call the game. Good one lined up, frankly. And it still says...
Well, that's not confirmed. That looks like that's just an assumption. I just see it as an assumption from a few other reporters saying that some guys are starting to head to the dugout more, which could also just mean that they're might as well just go in for a little bit.
I see no official update.
I don't see an official update yet either.
No.
As I'm continuing to update here, Chad is not saying anything about it. I do agree with that. I don't know what they're waiting for.
I don't know.
I don't know what they're waiting for here. It's almost 10 o'clock. It's 9:30. You got to make an announcement at some point to get teams prepared for tomorrow. If any doubleheader requires another player to be up potentially. So
yeah, and they're supposed to have bad weather tomorrow. So I don't know how they're gonna do it. This Cardinals thing, and there's nothing here from the St. Louis Cardinals. It says tonight's game will be delayed. This is an hour ago, and we will provide more information when it becomes available. Well, you're the Cardinals. How do you not have any freaking?
Yeah, I don't understand this at all. And again, thank you so much to everybody that has been here with us the whole time. We've had way over 300 plus the entire time. Thank you guys so much. But again, I don't Rick is saying it's supposed to rain tomorrow too.
Yeah, it's supposed to have thunderstorms all day tomorrow.
Holy shit. So what are they going to do with this
It's not like
series?
the Yankees go back to St. Louis.
No, they don't. So what they'll do is, I think last year they did that, didn't they? When like in September,
go back on an off
they
day.
went back to one place during an off day, I mean, like a random team or something like that. I think they did.
Yep.
And then Mike says, yeah, Sunday's supposed to be rained out too, potentially.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I don't know what they're gonna do.
Wow. So who knows?
We got anything from the Yankees here?
Yeah, I'm continuing to update because you got to think, we'll know something before 10 o'clock, I'm assuming. There's no way they're going to wait this long.
There's nothing on the Yankees Twitter at all here.
Nothing at all, but what I'll do is let me grab
Twitter's usually, I go to Twitter for like updates because I swear the updates are the fastest on Twitter.
Yeah, definitely, because it's so automatic and everybody retweets it immediately.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on in the minors real quick. Thank you, Samantha. We appreciate it. Thank you. Let's see what's going on with some Yankees AAA. I know Peraza is finally back. I think he's like 0 for his last 9, though. He's coming back from a banged up, I believe, ankle or knee.
Yep.
Rick said a triple header Sunday.
There you
I
go.
don't think they're ever going to do those ever again.
And they used to.
They used to, I know. I don't think they're going to do those ever again.
We'll never see that again.
No.
Never.
Let's see. It looks like Scranton is having themselves a good game today. See if Peraza is in the lineup. Maybe got a couple of hits. He is not in the lineup today. And Carlos Narvaez had a big game.
I
Nobody
hate that this is on
else.
Prime, dude, and it's just is sitting there. You don't get anything. At least with Yes, they go back to the studio. They update you.
They update you, yeah.
Prime, there's nothing. There's no freaking announcers. There's no nothing.
Prime is just saying to hell with you.
Yeah, pretty much. Thanks for your donation.
Yeah, thanks for paying, but take a friggin' walk.
Yeah, thanks for paying to watch your local team.
That you can't watch.
Right. Exactly.
So excited. Had everything ready for today. But the beautiful, lovely, wonderful fiance guys just went ahead and put the link in there for September 23rd, our event at Yankee Stadium. We got about 30 tickets left. So make sure you guys are smacky and the likey, hitting the subby, and joining us on September 23rd.
How many tickets do you get for that event normally?
Well, we are guaranteed 100. So we're always guaranteed 100. As we get probably to about 15 left, I'll reach out to my guy, go, hey, what else can you give us? And it probably maybe give us like another 20 to 30 tickets.
Gotcha.
The most we did was last event. We did 130.
Nice.
And we sold out that one for that. So this one,
Wedding.
like I said,
It was like a wedding.
yeah, we only got about 30 left. So we'll be getting there soon. I keep forgetting it's still 3 months away almost.
Right.
I mean, it's still a while away.
Next
Well,
year,
not 2
though.
months
Next
now.
year, the Mr. and Mrs. Bad Dog should be making an appearance.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be a good one.
That'll be a good one, quite
That's going to be a
frankly.
good one.
Do it early in the year.
Quite frankly.
Have a couple of cold ones, maybe. We'll have something. We'll have a veal tomahawk. You know me.
I love that veal, I tell you.
I love veal, quite frankly.
That veal chop was phenomenal.
But we call it phenomenal, quite frankly. We call it a tomahawk. We call it a veal chop. Unlike Joe Biden, he's I don't know, he's just chopped up.
It really should be called the veal chop, quite frankly.
Quite frankly.
That's what it should be called. Got a super
veal
chat.
chop, quite frankly. Quite frankly. Extraordinary. Excellent.
Facts.
Very strongly. We're going to bring it back strong.
David Douglas says Cashman should just trade for O'Neill and Contreras while they have downtime. He's talking about the players from, of course, the what's their faces? Cardinals. Hearing doubleheader tomorrow, 2:15 and 7:15 is what they're saying right now. Doubtful that any of that happens.
Yeah, it's supposed to be shitty tomorrow. I mean,
So are they confirming that this game again? Are we confirming this
they
is
moved the
postponed?
screen this time.
I mean, are we confirming a postponement here? Because it would be
Dude,
nice to know.
I'm looking at the sky, and it's clear there. Like, I see dark clouds over that stadium, but they're going the opposite direction.
That's what I'm saying. Like, at this point, are we just goofing off here? Or what are we doing? Because I see a delay. I see people talking about a doubleheader tomorrow, but I don't see any update anywhere else that's confirming it's been postponed.
Yep, tomorrow. So July. Yeah, tomorrow the forecast there is thunderstorms again. It says rather cloudy, a few afternoon thunderstorms, some severe. Thunderstorms can bring flooding downpours, hail, and damaging wind gusts. That's tomorrow. So
I
I
know
don't know how they
Justin
would-
Shackle, he just tweeted it that hearing a doubleheader tomorrow. But again, we don't have a confirmation here because I like to do a whole little wrap up.
Again, it's AccuWeather. It is what it is. I don't know. Right now it says 9 p.m. intermittent clouds. And then it says, this is right now in St. Louis. This is what I have. 10 o'clock, partly cloudy. 11 o'clock, partly cloudy. This is what it's doing hourly here. It says partly cloudy. They could probably get this game in. Then it says 12 a.m. It says partly cloudy with thunderstorms. So they might pass 1 a.m. partly cloudy, 2 a.m. partly cloudy.
Well, it is confirmed now. The game has been postponed. That is from Brian Hoke. And they just updated on the game day right now, postponed. The Yankees and Cardinals are postponed. Day-night doubleheader tomorrow, 1:15 and 6:15 Central Time. So, again, 2 o'clock and 7:15 regular start times. Or, yeah, I think that's correct. 2 and 7 will be the start times for tomorrow. And that is done by Brian Hoke. So it is canceled. We do not have a game today, so we'll see how the Yankees go about that tomorrow.
That sucks.
Well, we got to hang out for a little bit. Bad, I don't know if you're available for either game tomorrow, but we'll love to have you on.
I will not be Not
Well,
being
at least
weekend.
at least everybody got a little bit of us right now.
Yeah.
You know.
It just sucks. I would have liked to have.
Me too. I wanted to get a game, and I wanted to call a little game and go from there. But we'll see if we even get this doubleheader. So, what is the weather looking like? What is it saying hourly tomorrow at those times?
So it's kind of the same thing. So it has here. It says 2 o'clock. It says cloudy. 3 o'clock cloudy. 5 o'clock thunderstorms. 7 o'clock thunderstorms. 9 o'clock thunderstorms. So
it looks like game 1 maybe they're gonna get in. It looks pretty good for game 1.
Game 1 does look pretty good.
Okay.
Game 2, I don't know. Again, this is you can't trust the freaking weather. So who the hell knows? Let's see what Sunday looks like if they have to call it. It's 2 o'clock thunderstorm. Sunday looks like the best day.
Oh, Sunday looks like the best day.
Sunday looks like the best day. So if they get one game in tomorrow, they might play a doubleheader on Sunday. 1 o'clock they have thunder.
All right.
But then after that, it shows it being pretty clear. So
yeah.
We'll see what they do.
Well, anyway, man, I mean, thank you everybody for joining and hanging out with us for a few minutes. Unfortunately, we don't get a game in, but we get myself and Bad Dog on.
In there,
and we'll call games. Don't worry, folks. We'll have many more games.
We got to talk about the legendary wrestling.
We did. We got a chance to have a great wrestling conversation, a little rain delay action. Why the hell not? Let me actually, before we leave, let me update this on here and just say it was postponed.
That's right.
So everybody, doesn't look like, oh, they're still playing the game here. No, not really. Let's put a big paste on there. Postpone. There we go. Clear that out. Okay.
Yeah.
Save that there. All right. Well, Bad, anything you want to tell the folks out there?
Listen, man, continue to, support my guy, Pete. My guy. Does a great job. I did a lot of games this week because I was on vacation. I definitely want to do more Yankee stuff. I told a lot of my subscribers I was doing a lot more Yankee stuff this year, and I'm trying. I mean, I did a lot of games this week. I've done a lot of Yankee content. I love calling a game with you, though, man. It's always a lot of fun. I love to call them myself, but I do like having the company because I think it's fun being able to bounce things off one another and just have a good time. Like a couple of paisanos, watching the game together. And, ripping Booney a new ass when he deserves it. But, yeah, you guys are great in the chat. It's been a rough season, and it's been a rough few years as a Yankee fan. I mean, I know we're not the team that is in last place every year, and a lot of other fan bases don't understand. They're like, about you in the playoffs every year. You don't get it. You're not a Yankee fan.
Yep. That's right.
Hopefully this team starts to hit. And maybe Brian Cashman, I don't have any faith in him, but maybe he makes a big move. Maybe he finds a way to get a Juan Soto over here.
I would be, you know what? I would get on the train tomorrow, and I'd be pumping that train to World Series, even with Boone as the manager, unfortunately. I would really, really sit there and go, they put their money where their mouth is. They finally made the big move for real.
Yep.
Let's go for this, bitch. Let's really go for it. I'm not going to knock them at all. That was the right move. Let's go for it. Pete Simonetti with a super chat says, bright side, another rest day for the bullpen. Yeah. And guys, Bad Dog's link is right there in the chat. Go subscribe if you have not. And do that. But yeah, man, guys, I had an announcement I wanted to make. I'm actually waiting on a confirmation. So I will tell you guys about that when I can. We don't have a confirmation yet. But it's some cool, fun stuff that I'm doing potentially for the All-Star game. And I also want to do something with everybody. I'm going to try to plan a little get-together or hangout, basically, for the Home Run Derby. And get a couple of people on just to chat, answer questions, have some good conversation, maybe have a few drinks, and just relax, have a good time. So, a couple of great things happening, guys. Just to end it with, July's a big month for baseball, as everybody knows. They're going to have rumors heating up. Teams are going to become sellers. Teams are going to become buyers. The Yankees got a lot to prove. Are they ever even going to get Aaron Judge back this year? He looked pretty, I don't want to call him out. He ran on that field pretty gingerly the other day, jumping up and down like he's a Mario brother. Yeah. But I don't want to beat him up too much.
Yeah.
He looked pretty good on those toes, I must say, when Domingo threw the perfect game. But,
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything else.
He did, man.
I don't want to beat the guy up. Yes.
Yeah, Aaron Judge, man. Imagine Judge and Soto.
Oh,
Got
put it
Soto
on
in
the
the middle
board,
of-
yes.
Yep. You got little. Yeah, exactly. You got one of these.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Soto in between Stanton and Judge would be pretty.
I said it before, man. Look, if my guy Anthony Volpe keeps hitting the way he's hitting now, and you could go Volpe, Soto, Judge, Rizzo, Stanton, list goes down. Maybe by that time, Rortvedt could be up as a catcher. Maybe Donaldson's gone and Peraza's taking over at third base. You got a really different looking lineup.
You do.
You got a really different looking club.
You do. And again, Hal's like, I don't know why the fans are mad. Well, yeah, make a move. Like you said,
make a move.
What's
like
that? You're serious. Go out and make a freaking huge.
And I'm just look.
move,
I'm just sitting there saying, if they do all of that, and let's also say, just for an example, Carlos Rodon came back and he's healthy and he's looking really good. That is phenomenal, man. I mean, now you got a legit one. You got everything we've wanted.
Right.
A legit 1-2 punch, a different looking offense, guys that walk, guys that got speed, a constructed lineup. Hey, man, I'll be the number one fan rooting for this club. I'll tell you right now, 100%. But we'll see if that does happen.
Yeah, show us you're
We'll
serious.
see.
Go out there and make a blockbuster trade.
Yep,
definitely. Benintendi was a nice piece. We didn't need Gallo. I can tell you, when they got Gallo, I made a video said we don't need that guy.
You were right. I was wrong on that one. Those
guys, but we had Gallows. We had Gallows up and down the lineup. 185.
Pops told me. Pops begged me. He said, Pete, do me a favor. Do not support that trade. He said, go out there and say it's going to be bad. I said, Dad, I don't know. I think he's going to be the same player. He said, he said, oh, I remember this. He said, he's going to suck. I said, oh, you don't like the guy. My father, for some reason, like certain Italians, he's just like, I don't like this guy. Oh, he's Italian. What are you talking about? He hates Rizzo. I don't know. How do you hate Rizzo? He don't like Rizzo. The guy's a lard ass. He's not good. The guy's the best player on the team right now this year without Judge there. Not that he's having a phenomenal season. He's having a good year.
For me, it was just Gallo was a high strikeout, high power guy. And I'm like, we have so many of those already. Like, you don't need him, was my thing, just because he was another guy that didn't make. Now, I didn't know he'd be as bad as he was for the Yankees, but you knew his
Glenn, thank you for subbing, man.
Was a lot of non-contact. It was a lot of nothing, which we have so many. Benintendi I liked because I'm like, he gives you speed. He got a little pop in the bat. He's a freaking hitter. And obviously came here and got hurt, and they didn't give him the 5th year. But yeah, if you want to show the fans are serious, go out and make a couple blockbuster trades.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it, Ed.
And
the other thing. Yeah, that, and I mean, the last thing I'll end it off with is, Hal Steinbrenner likes to say a lot, right? That I'll go over that luxury tax limit. He says that a lot, but the Yankees were very unwilling to do it, even with the Gallo trade. That's why they gave up Ezekiel Duran and additional players to have them pay that money so they don't go over. And he said it again this time, so maybe he will finally do it. And, we'll see what happens from there. But
Yankees obviously spent some money. Their payroll's almost $300 million.
No doubt about it.
Pete, you know this. The chat knows this. We spend it on the wrong players.
Yep.
Stop paying these guys that hit low 200s, high 190s, and hit 20 homers. That's not consistent. That does not win championships. That'll never win your championship. You'll beat Oakland up. You'll beat Kansas City up. You'll beat Detroit up. You'll win your 92 games. And then you face a team that has good pitching like Tampa Bay, or you run into Houston again, teams that know how to manufacture runs, teams that figure out how to get up 3-0, and then every Yankee swings for the fences.
Yep, that's right.
That does not win championships. It didn't win championships in the 90s. Doesn't win championships now. Yeah, the Yankees hit a lot of home runs in the 90s. They were a powerful team, but they also had a team batting average of 280, and their on-base percentage was like
that's the thing that I was about to say. That's the thing I always bring up is the on-base percentage, because that's what kills the pitchers. And then you just put they were so clutch. They were clutch up and down that order. Even in 2009, they came back all the time because they were just so clutch. And that's what they should be modeling these teams. The hell with launch angle. The hell with all that bullshit.
How with exit velo?
Get me a Juan Soto. What does he do? He walks and he can hit the ball, and no moment is big for him. That's the guy I want on my club.
The guy that I want on my club is Luis Arraez.
Oof. Yeah, get a guy like that.
I've never seen a guy. Well, number one, he's hitting 392, which is insane. But he's only been in the league a few years. But the guy's a career 334 hitter. I don't remember the last time we saw a guy hitting a career 334. The man is a 300 hitter.
Yeah.
They don't exist.
Last one the Yankees had was Robbie Cano. That was consistently in his prime over 300 and 312, 340. Not ever in that high. 342
Jeter was
1 year.
another one. You know, Jeter was always 300 or right at Bernie.
And
a bunch of guys that were
prime,
in 270 and 320.
Yep.
You know, they didn't have guys that hit 45, 50. A-Rod did. But I'm saying those championship teams in the 90s, you know, in 1998, nobody hit more than 28 homers. They had a bunch of guys that hit homers, but there was like no guy that hit like 40. They were just consistent up and down the lineup. They drew walks. They hit sac flies. They got runners over. They did everything they could to manufacture runs. The pitching this year has been pretty good, even without Rodon.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm not worried about the pitching.
Me either.
The pitching's pretty good. The hitting concerns me, or lack thereof.
Yep, I'm right there with you. So, guys, we're going to wrap this one up. As you guys already know, I am feeling pretty good. I'm feeling better. So tomorrow, I got a doubleheader coming for you guys, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'll call both of those games tomorrow. We're going to get July off with a bang. That's the way we get it done.
Little doubleheader.
A little doubleheader, guys. Spend your Saturday with me, as we're going to call both of those games right here on NY News TV. As long as we can hopefully have both of those games, we'll call them both for you. I'll be ready to rock and roll. I'll rest up the voice tonight, and I'll be ready to roll with that. But with that being said,
we're taking a little guy to the aquarium tomorrow.
There you go. Hey, go, little aquarium
Last couple
action.
days, it's a weekend, so my vacation's over now. Weekends I get off anyway. We gotta do something with a little guy, and
I don't blame you. Gotta enjoy. Yep. So, guys, you know the dealio already. Thank you so much again for everybody that has tuned in. I think we've been on for how long? We've been on a couple hours, about 2 hours, probably, right? Something like that. I don't even know. It's a great time though. But yeah, almost about a little an hour and 30 minutes or so. But just a great time. We had a lot of fun, guys. And again, thank you guys for being so awesome and 300 plus in him all the time, hitting the like, subbing. We appreciate it, guys. Bad Dog, any last words for anybody? We're wrapping up.
Just enjoy your weekend, guys, and hopefully the Yankees can come out of here with a series win at the very least, and hopefully they come out with a sweep. You know.
Yes, sir. And of course, guys, I'll have that doubleheader for you right here on NYY News TV tomorrow. If you're not subbed, hit that subby, and if you haven't liked yet, smacky the likey. Until next time, guys, we are out. Adios. Have a good night.
As the competition, but if you go against me, you the opposition. But if you want to test like you could close the distance, I'ma give it A forever since you're so persistent. With you, I'm just practicing, cause I'm back to back. Let's get back to winning. As a matter of fact, I'm not that forgiving, cause you did this to yourself.